Yes, people, them, it's man like Jamo. We in Cologne with the guys at Intel for the IEM tournament and them thing there. But what man's interested in is these new ARC G3 devices. This one's from the guys at Acer. Let's have a little quick look and see what are going on, innit? Yes, people. Now, just a quick disclaimer to get out the way. Intel did fly us out to Germany to go to the IEM and look at these Intel Arc G3 Extreme devices, but they do not get to see this video before it goes out, and they do not sway my opinion on this video or the devices shown in it whatsoever. So let's go. Now, obviously, we out here with the Acer Predator Atlas, which was kind of confusing to me because last time I went CES, Acer were pushing their Nitro range of handheld gaming PCs, but looks like they've completely scrapped that for this more premium offering. Now, happy to see that they've gone for 2 Thunderbolt ports for the port selection. You got volume up and down, obviously, SD card reader and power button, as well as headphone jack. And there's a little cheeky look at the analog on the left there. So apparently it's gonna be Hall effect on the extreme version, and it's gonna be non-Hall effect sticks on the cheaper version. But yeah, everything looks good so far on this pre-production model. Now, on to the reason why you guys are actually here. Let's get some gameplay in. Now, unfortunately, it's still under embargo in regards to what the actual performance values of the console are. I'm not allowed to go into any specifics with FPS. However, I was allowed to have the FPS reader on the screen. I just can't tell you what's on the screen, what it says. So you guys will have to look at that yourselves, squint if you're watching this on a phone kind of thing. But the FPS looks pretty decent for Forza. I've just let the computer like customize or configure whatever graphics settings it thought would be best. And this looks very much decent. It's definitely above low settings, but probably a mix of low and high medium settings kind of situation going on here. But it looks, yeah, it looks pretty decent, plays pretty well, definitely a comfortable frame rate. You know, I can say that, it's a comfortable frame rate. But yeah, man, definitely looking forward to that Forza experience. Actually looks like I did in fact go into the graphical settings just to see what was going on there. Little bit of video settings, seeing what's on average, what's on high. I think we've got, yeah, 1200p there. Frame rate is, yeah, unlocked. All that is all good. We've got the anti-aliasing is off there. We got some FSA there going on, FSR going on, looks like. Anyway, you guys can have a little look at those options there so you guys know what the game was just running at in the previous screen. But like I said, I'm definitely kind of impressed with those specs right there, fam. It's running quite a decent pace. Also had the time to play some Mouse PI. These were just games that I quickly tried to download onto the device itself, which seems quite a good download speed. I'm gonna have to look into testing what the actual Wi-Fi chip is in the device because it seems to be doing quite well. Now we're trying a little bit of Mouse Private Eye. I know it's a very well optimized game and it's not very hard to run. In fact, I think it runs pretty much well on the Steam Deck at 800p. So there's no wonder it would run perfectly well on the Acer Predator Atlas at 1200p. But even though that being said, the quality of the screen and just the feel of an FPS on this console, it felt really good. It felt really nice. I'd like to try something a little bit more challenging when I have more time with the console itself. But just as a little first impressions, definitely impressed with how the game feels. Now I think we're about to wheel up some James Bond here, and I've gone straight into the settings before I've started playing the game there. Again, the FPS is in the top left corner, but I can't discuss the figures that are on those FPS at the moment. All I can do is show you what the game feels like on this pre-release hardware. So obviously, again, this is not the final Predator Atlas. This is like a beta version of the thing without any updates whatsoever. So everything that you're seeing right now, the performance could change drastically by the time you actually get the proper devices. Anyway, with that disclaimer out of the way, you can see me change up all the settings there. We're putting everything on medium, some things on high, most things on medium, turning all that kind of motion blur and all that kind of stuff off, see if the game still plays. Fam, I'm still getting a playable frame rate. Like, I don't know if you guys have played this new 007 game, kind of like Hitman games. It feels good. it definitely feels good. It feels very good on this screen as well, fam. Like, I can see why 8-inch seems to be the sweet spot for handheld gaming at the moment, because that just looks crazy. Even the reflections in the window and everything feels good to move around. The response times feels good. Yeah, man, James Bond looks pretty dope. Pretty dope on this console. Apologies for my overexposed lighting. We didn't really have the best lighting experience inside the place where we were shooting. But yeah, no, man, it definitely does look good, man. I'm glad that it's able to play something that's like a AAA game like James Bond itself. Anyway, people, then that's all I got for you today. Literally a super quick hands-on first impressions. When I hopefully get my hands on one of these devices, then we can go in with the nitty-gritty, like the speakers. How does the headphone jack sound? How does the screen actually look in sunlight or bright light? What are the viewing angles like? Or what's the connection and Wi-Fi speeds looking like, kind of thing. You know, all that nitty-gritty that you go to in a handheld gaming PC, which just kind of helps the overall user experience outside of gaming itself. And obviously we can then go into the proper FPS of how games are performing on this device when it's finally out and they've got all the updates and everything's pretty much good to go. But as a general first impressions with the device, I feel it feels pretty good. Especially, I never even get to show you the triggers on the back. Like, you can go halfway with them so that they kind of digital triggers, or you can make them fully analog triggers and they go the full length of the trigger depth kind of thing. Like, lots of stuff I haven't been able to talk about in this quick little hands-on first impressions. But yeah, stay tuned, stick with me. As I said, if we do get my hands on one of these myself, we're definitely gonna rip it apart and see what is really good inside. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully catch you in the next one. And make sure you catch my other video for the MSI Claw with the same chip.